Yeah, Vipendra. So I'm Satish Kumar. So working as a Java developer, senior Java developer, like almost 11.8 years. So
Mm-hmm.
I started my career in Cognizant. Now I'm working in Rico Solution. So almost last 5 worked for cloud-related technologies and Spring Boot microservices architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah. So pretty much about me. So it's technical. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you have 11 years of experience, right, in Java application
Yes.
development, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I think you have mostly worked on banking and finance as well as telecom domain, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. So microservices and Spring Boot you have worked on, right?
Right.
So can you explain about the concept of microservices, why we are using,
Yeah. So
and
basically,
what is advantage of that?
so if you try to uh, split down based on that module or based on that feature,
Mm-hmm.
so which we actually combining together to give some business logic for a particular application, so and so, right? So
Mm-hmm.
previously it was like one build, one package, and everything kind of monolithic.
Mm-hmm.
So, so due to that, we have a lot of latency issues. If you fail to, if one module is failed, then that other will impact due to that. So this kind of issues happened in day by day, and it was very difficult to make it up and running within some stipulated time.
Mm-hmm.
So, so if you have the microservices architecture, then we develop any application. It could be a web application or it could be a RESTful service, backend service, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, so the main thing we can utilize and fine tune based on the module wise. So if one module or one service fails, then that particular service alone can be, fixed and up and running as soon as possible.
Right. So I know that. So
Yeah.
for handling to this kind of activity, what kind of design pattern you follow whenever you're going to develop the microservices, right?
Yeah.
So
So
you
correct.
aware about the type of design pattern, right?
Yes. So basically, so such kind of things, if you want to achieve, then we need to follow definitely some design pattern. I mean, let's say we should have some strong deployment logic like DevOps concept, and also we need logic to have upscaling, downscaling. Those things we need to have in place. So for
Mm-hmm.
that, we are actually utilizing some cloud platform, so platform as a service, and also CI/CD pipeline, and for making it faster delivery or
Mm-hmm.
deployment. So
Mm-hmm.
this kind of things we actually introduced to achieve a microservice at least for 99.9% without downtime. So basically, like we should follow the pattern. So in which we can apply the microservices completely
Mm-hmm.
that design pattern. So first of all, we should have some strong DevOps concept like we have many
No,
tools. Yeah.
no. DevOps concept is different. DevOps
Okay.
means suppose you have 1,000 microservices you have put it in particular version control, just like a Bitbucket or GitLab, whatever you're preferring now. So here you can write a pipeline script, CID, CD script you can manage, so it will route and check the all component whatever we have, so it is make independently, take the war file and and map with the any particular Docker. So go on Docker and deploy and so that is a different thing. But my question is a different. This
Okay.
is DevOps is a different for managing to operation, development operation, right? So this is the concept of DevOps. It is not a part of design pattern. So design pattern, suppose you have deployed, for example, you have 1000 module, you have a one big application, monolith application, you have eliminated with 1000 module, right?
Yes.
And applied the concept how to be do. So these things can be put in particular places of version control, and here can be write a pipeline script by using Jenkins tools or something. So based on deployment process, it's parallelly going on. Anything else you put on the depth in commit code and generate the PR once it is approved. So in that scenario, pipeline script will automatically pick up that bar and place into the particular
Correct.
machine,
Correct.
right? So this is different thing. But my question is a different. Suppose 1000 API having with you and 1000 API is a distribute with 100 module, right? Like
Okay.
any one module having 10 APIs. So that kind of modules is having, but how to intercommunicate, how to be make a endpoint, one endpoint can be communicate to each other.
Yeah. So basically, we are actually using that proxy concept like gateway.
Mm.
So we actually have the labeling of URL. So whatever that actually generated through container platform, right, like paths. So that will be mapped to some label. That
Mm-hmm.
label can be utilized in other microservices. Like so, instead of hard coding that URL, so URL may be changed over. I mean, based on our requirement. So
Mm.
that will be make it as some variable kind of like labeling. So
Mm.
that we can achieve through some gateway service. We can able to create some Spring Boot gateway
Mm.
through which we can actually configure those URL. And along with the gateway, we can achieve that Eureka like discovery, service discovery. So those things we can apply. So it
No,
automatically.
I know that, but
Yeah.
actually I want to know the name of design pattern.
Okay.
Suppose whatever you are explaining, so this is the concept of gateway,
Yeah.
API
Service
design
discovery.
pattern.
Yeah.
So that things
Gateway.
I want expecting you because of gateway so many ways having. For example, uh, you have lot of API, so you can make a one router and set the particular parameter. So based on that routing request, suppose you have make a one endpoint URL, based on the routing parameter, it will communicate to the particular module,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
So this is the thing. So,
Okay.
so I want expecting because of I think you have worked on DevOps, so that's why you have explained me. So this is well, not a problem. So, for example, why our next question is coming? Why we are using Spring Boot in microservices? I think you are Java developer, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
why we are
basically,
preferring instead of Spring Framework using Spring Boot?
yeah, Spring Boot has like new features added, like auto configuration and those stuffs are added. And
Mm,
along with, we can run a particular node, I mean, the particular container independently. So that
mm-hmm.
has our inbuilt Tomcat or Jetty or whatever the
Okay.
server is inbuilt. So
Mm-hmm.
we can able to run with simple command Java if job. So with that, we can easily trigger the main method, and then we can start over that whatever the functionality or business available inside the service, and we
Mm-hmm.
can make it up and running.
Mm-hmm.
So since it is independent component, we can able to deploy anywhere. So it could be some container, Docker container, or else it can be a simple service which actually calls Java, Java.
Okay. So now just come in main point of technical questions. So suppose you are using Spring Boot, right?
Yes.
So what is use of Spring Boot application annotation?
Yeah,
What
so
is the main role?
Yeah, so Spring Boot application is mainly to load all the config related stuff as well as libraries. And if any data source involved based on the package which we are actually applied in the pom.xml. So based on that, it just loads all the classes up and running and ready to consume in the class path. And since it has configuration, enable auto configuration, and one more is there, component tab. So these three actually.
Okay. Sufficient. Not a problem. Because we have time constant within 30 to 35 minutes will be complete. So I want to check overview all concept as per the requirement. So next question is having in Spring Framework is a singleton class in Spring Framework is thread safe or thread dependent? Thread safe, yes or no? Just I want.
Singleton is like they made it as not sure actually. Singleton. Yeah, basically, if you want to create some singleton object, we should ensure that safe as well. But
safe.
I'm not sure whether Spring is done or not. I need to explore that thing. Yeah.
So it is thread safe, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
Because
somewhere you are applying any thread safe concept.
Thread safe. So basically,
if for example, if you are developing any application during that period, you are making any concept related to thread safe concept?
No, in real time. No, in real time I haven't used it, but framework.
Why I'm asked? Because of you are taking the concept of core.
Okay.
Core means whenever you write a singleton class, means here synchronize and get instance. If object created, not created, then means object is equal to null, then return new object. So you are following that concept, but really in the Spring framework is nothing, not a thread safe, because of you are using annotation at the red component. At the red component act as a business component. Right? As a bean, treat as a bean. If you are using repository, also treat as a bean. If you are using at the red service, it will also treat as a component bean. Because of repository and component, it is a sub part of repository and service is sub part of the component. Okay?
Correct.
At the red bean. So here, if you are annotating any kind of thing, so here nothing you are applying any synchronized mechanism. So you don't blindly tell this is thread safe.
Okay. Sure.
No, because of just you put effort. If you are telling it is thread safe, so you think in mind where I am applying thread safe concept. You will get answer exactly.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So what is difference between controller and REST controller?
Yeah, so controller is just for handling any kind of like response. It could be a model and view, or else we can utilize REST also, but based on the response body, it will return. So REST controller is specifically designed for REST OTs. There we can have actually a response body as by default JSON. If you want to consume or produce based on any particular type, we can actually
Simple formula. REST controller equal to controller plus response
controller
body plus response body.
response body. Yeah, correct.
This is the formula only.
Correct. Yes.
So you know the scope variable in Spring Framework.
Scope. Yeah. So basically,
How many type of scope?
Yeah, scope is nothing but a prototype. Request is singleton is there. So the bean type we can actually mention that scope using scope annotation.
No,
yeah,
but we have session, global session. This is the 5 things are there.
Yeah, yes. So yeah. If you mention prototype, then it will always create a new one. Request, based on the request, it will create. Singleton will be like one across that application. Whereas other thing I couldn't recollect, like global, like session is there. So session is kind of session specific. If you have any, web context or any session involved in the particular application, then we can utilize that thing. So that will be applicable only for that particular session, like J session ID will be created, right? So that scope will be like
okay, no problem. Yeah. You have worked on in Hibernate?
Yeah.
So in Hibernate, for example, you aware about caching mechanism?
Sorry, which mechanism?
Caching mechanism. Caching. Cache.
Caching, right? Caching mechanism.
Cache.
Sorry, I couldn't get it.
C-A-C-H-E. C-A-C-H-E.
Caching. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Caching.
So how many types of caching?
Yeah, caching can be done like through some third party like EHCache, or we can utilize our Spring caching. But in a Hibernate, I'm not sure whether Hibernate has that caching mechanism.
No, but suppose Hibernate you have definition ORM, object relation mapping, right? Yeah. Object relational mapping means correct. Your Java object directly communicate with the DB. Okay?
Correct. Yes.
So if you don't apply the second level cache, so what will impact in your application?
Yeah, there is concept first level, second level, right? Okay.
Yeah. I'm just make it easy for you, this question.
Yeah. So nowadays we are actually using third party with the JPA. I couldn't able to recollect that Hibernate functionality.
So many things are there, Hazel cost or something. But here you using application, you don't know about the caching if you are using Hibernate.
Yeah.
So how do you manage the performance of the application? That is the main thing.
Correct.
I have developed application. I know where will impact, because if you don't apply any caching mechanism, your DB might be crash. Why?
Correct.
One time 1,000, 2,000 user at a once time hitting, right? So correct. All these requests at a once time it will hit into your database directly and check and get the data.
Right.
If the data is available in cache, so first level cache will check into the second level cache. First level cache means by default is a mechanism. Means session will manage the caching for a small bit of data. Right? Yeah. So it will check the second level caching. That's why we are putting the layered thing. First level, second level, then will go on the database.
Correct.
And also have another layer, third layer, the system level caching.
Okay.
So Hibernate, what will do? First level cache will check into the second level cache. If the data is available in second level cache, will not go to the database. It will take from the cache and display to you. So performance wise would be good because of it is not taking so much time. Because of if that your request go into the database, it will take few millisecond more than caching mechanism.
Right.
So I think you have 11-year experience here, so I think this should be proper. No, I believe that. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so we actually nowadays we are directly using that caching, at the rate caching, enable caching.
No, add the red cache you are using, but without
Yeah.
implementation, how it will work? You know?
Yeah, so we have to add some
If you are not using second level cache and you are putting at the red cache, so if data is not having cache, so what use of this annotation?
No.
You check in your application, the caching mechanism definitely will be there.
Yeah. But right now I couldn't recollect that.
Yes. No, this is not a basic part because of this is the common thing. If you are a developer, you are working on. I think you have a 11-year experience. Definitely, you have lot of application implemented. So, if solution architect telling you apply to this mechanism for reducing the heat of request into the database, so that's why I'm telling you,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So now moving on, you aware about persistent, transient, detach, and criteria object? You aware about this?
Mhm. Yeah, that is actually come under yeah. persistent.
No, if you don't have worked on that, you tell me, not a problem.
Yeah, but we actually directly using nowadays JPA, so we are not that much into that.
No, in JPA also have these things.
Okay.
If you look in the code, you
Okay.
will get definitely you will get the answer.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Transient, if you are using JPA, so definitely you are using session object of the Hibernate, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
So definitely it will happen.
Okay.
If you using repository, so just go on the repository class and check the implementation, and their side you will get the answer. Attribute, something like that, how to make it query. So lot of things is there in the code.
Yes.
So because of this will impact your positive attitude during the interview. That's why I'm asking you. Because of whatever you have done, if you clearly concept in your project wise, so definitely you give the answer. Because of you don't think about the project, how is working, what code we are writing. So just you understand the full concept of your project. Definitely 50% you will get the answer from your project only.
Okay. Sure.
Right. So now moving on next question in core Java. So in core Java, I will ask a few questions, not will ask a lot of questions due to the time constraint. So I have one array list. Okay.
Okay.
So inside the array list have multiple duplicate elements.
Okay.
So now I want to eliminate the all duplicate elements and find the unique element. Without how to make it this program without using uh, Stream API and HashSet.
Okay. So basically, with this list, maybe we can put it in set, so it automatically eliminates that duplicate. Set follows the unique element. We can use set and move all the list element to the set, and it automatically eliminates duplicate.
So how do you check Means you have any logic, you iterate or you will store or somewhere. What mechanism you follow?
Basically, like we can iterate over that list and then we can put it in a set. So we can create one set object and put it in a set. So it just automatically eliminates the duplicate. That is one way. Another way, maybe you can check for that. We can have another list and we can add on, keep on adding that elements, and we have to check for the condition like whether that has this value, like there is a
Okay,
method called
got it.
contain.
Got it, got
Yeah.
it, got it.
Yeah.
Next question, you aware about tree set, right?
Sorry?
Tree set.
Print set. Yeah, yeah.
So suppose in a tree set, I am adding two elements, okay?
Oh, okay.
TS dot add null, NUL. And
Okay.
another I am adding ABC as a string.
Okay.
So I want to print system out that println TS. So what output you will get?
Okay. In tree set, we actually adding three
N-
elements, right?
Two element, null, NUL.
Okay. None.
Null, it is not a string, only null object, NUL.
None. Okay. Okay.
And ABC. ABC
Okay.
as a double string inside the double quotation.
Okay. Okay.
Means
Yeah, it will print whatever there in that, like null will be only one null will be allowed
hmm,
in it.
hmm,
So if you keep on adding null, then that is only one null will be considered.
hmm.
If you print, then it will just within square bracket it just print. So or else if you have any particular generic, and we can apply the generic way of adding. If you don't have generic, then it just print whatever there inside, like inside the square bracket.
Can you repeat again?
No, so if you have any particular generic applied, like tree set of only you are adding string, then that would
No,
be
no, no,
best.
no, no, no. I am adding simply, how to add in set. So same way I
Oh,
am adding.
okay.
So I want to print system out that println TS means tree set object after adding two element. So I am
Okay.
expecting the output.
Mm, yeah, so basically set won't follow any ordering. Like it just print whatever there in the element
No,
inside the
no, no,
square.
dear, no, dear.
Mm.
You check after this interview, it will throw the null pointer exception.
Okay.
Because of your
Okay, okay.
tree
Tree
set
set. Okay.
implement
Okay, okay.
to
Yes.
the sorted map, a sorted set.
Correct, correct, correct. So null won't be allowed. Yes.
So null will compare with the ABC. It is possible or not?
Yeah, so there might be chances of null pointer. Correct. So
No,
inside,
definitely because of null is a discarded object. So
correct.
discarded object means never have allocated any memory. So this discarded object cannot be compared with the actual object. So in that
Okay.
scenario, it will throw the null pointer exception because of it will not getting the reference
Okay.
of other object. That's why it will throw the null pointer object exception.
Correct. Correct. Yes.
So what is difference between tree set, concurrent hash map and map?
Yeah, so hash map is basically like, I mean, non-synchronized, like any multi-threading, there might be chances of, what is that? Mm, there is exception. I forgot it. So during, if you keep on adding, and if you are, or else if you are trying to retry,
Hmm.
so some modification exception, I forgot that exception properly. So
So
to
what
avoid
kind
that,
of what kind
yeah,
of design pattern you following in the overall application?
yeah, this is basically we whatever we are having in a sprint. So like whatever there inbuilt in the framework, like simultaneous. And if it is web application, in sometime we use prototype. So if they want it to be created freshly,
Suppose prototype, if you are using scope, then you put the
yeah,
prototype, so it will follow the
correct,
prototype, right? So
correct.
my concern is that rest of things, if you are working core Java, so what kind of design pattern you will apply, making the concept, not for the Spring framework or Start.
Okay. So basically, in the initial state, like say for creating some session or factory, so for that we actually use singleton. Apart from that, mm, yeah, sometimes we used to use factory pattern, like based on the value we will be returning the object. So what kind of
You
factory type?
aware about builder factory?
Yeah, builder, yeah.
So
So
builder
we are
factory,
actually
can you give the example of builder factory? If you give the example of builder factory, I will select you.
yeah. So basically, builder factory like in Spring Security, right? So we are actually using builder factory, okay, like
Mm.
the HTTP security. So there we actually give that URL mapping, and so we put dot and we keep on adding the methodology. So that is actually builder. One example. If you want to create our own builder, we can create it, but we have to properly return the object based on that method.
Mm.
So using Lombok, we can actually apply that easily. So for any kind of class, add the builder, and then we can use that whatever that setting or getting that object using the property itself. So instead of calling set or getter, so using that method, that property itself, we can actually set that those things. So that will be helpful whenever we create a object. So so we can avoid some repetitive method calling like getting or setting objects, right? So in Pojo will be used to do. So that's such kind of thing we can have it as single line and then we can build it over. Like at last we'll be having a build. So the once we call that build, we will be
No, I
automatic.
think you telling about Spring framework builder or something. That is a
Yeah.
different
So
thing. Different thing. If you are writing core, I am
okay.
asking the core concept, not a Spring related. Because
Okay.
Spring has predefined, if you are using that utility, so here have, I know that. But
Okay.
if you write on builder factory design pattern, so how do you write?
Mm, yeah. Build a factory like so. Maybe I need to recap that thing, but how to write the actual core logic behind that builder. So
Mm.
yeah. So basically, we have a property um, inside the class, right? Like so.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we have to create a method for returning. And so we need to pass that value, and then we have to set it. So that thing we have to take up properly, like within that method, like property as method. So that thing we have to take care, and once we return, that is ready to apply. Like
Mm-hmm.
through build, we have a builder, and then we can append over that whatever that properties method, and then at last we will call build. So it will just return that new object on top of that particular class.
Uh, mhm. So, what kind of which version tool right now using in your application?
Which version? Yeah, the Spring Boot we are using 2 and above. Mm, Java we are actually using Java 11.
No, no, no.
Uh,
Version control tool.
okay. Version control tool, Git we are
Git, right?
yeah yeah Bitbucket.
And you have worked on any agile concept?
Yes, so we are actually utilizing the Jira board, where we actually having all those backlog items, and every sprint will have 14 days. So we are completely agile. Yeah.
Okay. So agile, what is difference between agile and Quorum?
Agile and
Quorum.
QRM, right?
Quorum, huh? Quorum master, agile master.
Okay. I don't know that terminology, but maybe, yeah, agile versus Kanban, I know the Kanban term. Scrum versus Kanban. So if it is like, completely Scrum, then we can have the concept like Agile. Kanban is just like we will be tracking the task, and so
So
there will not be any.
now, Satish, because of I have done your interview, so
Okay.
now do you want to ask anything else?
So
No, feel
specific
free you
to,
ask me.
yeah, no, so specific to Equinity, can I ask?
Uh, can you tell me again?
No, specific to organization which, so you are from Higher Pro, right? Higher Pro or Equinity?
Equity. No, that is different thing. But my
Okay.
question is that because of as per the my opinion, your interview is uh, 50-50, I believe that. So I will recommend you just brace up your technical skill more. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So
Okay.
because of if happen second round, so definitely you will prove yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So
Definitely.
that is my recommendation to you.
Okay.
I will forward you for the next round because of
Okay.
what I was expecting. As per my expectation, I'm not confidently say you will crack another round of interview. That's why. But as per my doubt, going toward you for the positive scenario. So just you brace up your skill. If the
Okay.
equity guy or take interview, so just you improve yourself.
Sure, sure. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for.
So now disconnecting your call, right?
Yeah, yeah. That higher score is already disconnected.
Uh, already disconnected. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for.